Some of them here.
Great shape here. Wait, what's he checking? Carl drilling the 3 outer with the ace-10 of diamonds. What a roller coaster of a final table.
You're learning about tournament poker.
Yeah.
There's a look at the chip counts and the payouts. $5.5 million up top, as mentioned. $620,000 on tap. By the way, the VIPs have a 1-0 record in this format, insofar as Aaron Zhang came in as a VIP, I believe, at the Triton Million, and ended up winning it. Bryn Kenny got the lion's share of the money, but now the pros may be looking for a little vengeance. Some of them here in this event also played that one, as we see Chape Gatien has hearts, but they are smothered by Vogelsang's ace-4.
I hope it's more fun if I win, then we can be...
No.
Agree.
So did Vogelsang shove over the raise and he got called, I believe?
Vogelsang 3-betting, giving him a spin here, and so far so good as the ace-4 is hanging on.
Ooh.
But the queen of spades on the river and a snap GG.
Stacks here in this tournament that you're not going to be able to re-steal versus me when I open.
Yeah. Being put into the middle, and the rest will be following them as Linus wakes up with 2 kings. A far different proposition from the button. And now Lolliger flats with the 2 kings, looking to maybe entice the big blind to join the party for some added upside. Invitation is declined, in a set of 7s here for Ponikovs. $1.5 million in the middle. This is all getting in there.
Certainly. I guess Lolliger just decides whether to check or bet himself, but it doesn't really matter.
Wow.
9.
During that tournament, I lost a ping pong match.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna wear the damn socks.
725.
He is no longer the shortest stack here. He is 6th to start this pot and will 3-bet.
I'm going to Google Ebony Kenny.
And to 3-bet
You don't even have to.
the
I
chip
think it
leader
shows up just in like regular.
when they've opened the pot from under the gun, certainly screams strong.
Oh yeah, and you know, and the size. He's not like trying to run over the table that way. It's more just been he's won every pot he played. Wow.
Oh my God, he ripped it though over the top of the 3-bet and runs into it. What a beautiful development for Ponikovs. He sits so pretty here, 92%. Make that 98%. And now a draw dead as the board pairs on the turn. And for Chape Gatien, do we classify that as a misstep? Is that a lack of awareness creep into his head? It would maybe prevent that jam. The impulse is, kneel before me. I am the big stack. How dare you 3-bet me? I'm going to stuff this in your face, and you have to fold.
Yeah.
But the reality is, he's only going to be 3-betting you with hands that might be ready to go with. You know what I mean? There's not too many I can imagine he's going to 3-bet fold.
Yeah.
King 10-4, meanwhile, as play carries on involving Chape Gatien, who is playing blind versus blind in position against Grafton. Sam took a little stab ski here, and the float from Chape Gatien allows him to pick up an open-ender while Grafton has hit a pair of 6s. So here's a little something we hadn't seen yet.
A very interesting card to come, given that both players, you know, played the flop with nothing. And yeah,
this is jam. My goodness.
Kind of. I like this play by Chape Gatien.
Yes.
Oh, and he shows it. Now, I don't know about showing here because in this instance, exactly.
Yeah, backdoor straight draw. Come on.
What's the best card? Bluff, or you're going to join?
What?
You calling just the bluff mate, or?
He's like, I'm not answering that question, buddy.
They will
Yeah.
see on TV.
Oh,
Both players with a piece advantage. Grafton with top pair.
Grafton's thinking, good luck bluffing me on this one. If you can beat King 9, God bless you. I'm going to be out 8th. So, but let's see how he proceeds.
450.
And I mean, stacks aren't very deep. Yeah. So, you know, second pairs, it's pretty good here. But not versus King 9. But he's got-
Backdoor hearts.
And straight.
This is what you do to your friends?
I love that range of emotions, Grafton.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
now the heart draw presents a tremendous number of
Ah,
outs.
c'est okay.
No ready?
it's quite the smorgasbord of outs there.
Yeah, almost 4 million in the middle, and Grafton able to hang on as the Jack of Spades
Very scary man.
secures the double.
Maybe you see some people, you know, make a few raises to steal. I think you've already seen that a few times. Queen 10 off, Jack 9 suited. Not the best hands. You know, people have to try to chip up. You can't just keep folding forever or you blind down to nothing.
Davies with ace 10, taking a twirl with the chip leader, who picks up a spade draw on the turn after checking back on the heels of his pre-flop open.
Yeah, dangerous card for Chape Gatien here. It's a card he is probably going to bluff some with his flush draw.
550.
He probably would have just jammed pre, so one of the better hands he can have is just nowhere to go. And calls, definitely probably looking for a brick. Wow.
Oh my goodness, backdoor spades arrive as Davies played this ace 10 as conservatively as he could.
Has a pretty good hand, but I mean, let's see what the bet is. Probably, if Gatien bets big, starts to approach bluff catching only. Okay, this is not too big.
A roll in Seth's mind, but with the price he's getting, 3 to 1, and the opportunity before him, does make the call. And
Gatien picked a nice bet size there. So you are a favorite against this range, but you don't have much fold equity, and he probably calls you. But yeah, he's going to take the spot. And if we've seen anything based on Gatien,
How much? No, you don't check.
he might call here. I mean, he's getting 2 to 1. 2 to 1 would imply a 33-67 split, so he's really only a dog against bigger pairs, given the price he's getting. Yeah. Ollie.
so King Queen getting it in there for Davies, and he is sitting pretty on a king high board with no diamond there. 6-7 could draw dead on the turn, but of course the 4 on the river now opens the door. Anti-sweating a 3 or an 8 here in a 2.7 million chip pot, where his fate hangs in the balance. And the 8 comes off the deck. And that's it for Seth Davies' Rast. There's a look at how they stack up. It is a one-man race for the time being as the Frenchman, Carl Chape Gatien, who came in as the chip leader.
300,000 ladder between 7th and 6th. Already seen Tom Vogelsang and Seth Davies depart. He's queen off for 17. And he does make the call. Cards on their back. Holtz, the player at risk. It's a big swing as we head to the 7-6 tray board. 1 spade.
Be better start.
And well, the 8 of spades on the turn.
What is this action deck?
How did the dealer find that? Ponakovs now needs a king, 10, 9, or a spade to eliminate Fedor Holz in 7th. Doesn't find it. 5 of clubs on the river.
Too many outs.
And Ponakovs is down to just 8 big blinds. It's that man right there. Frenchman, Carl Gatien. He's the man to beat at present. What a sick, sick turnout. Just said cool, pal.
Oh, wow.
Ace, king, tray, 3 diamonds.
That got Telvidia's attention right there. Sat right up. I mean, it's pretty hard for a flop to get worse than that.
It's tough to win that one.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Drawing to 1 out. Everyone else pulling for the Frenchman to eliminate the Finn. 300k ladder. Potential 3 of clubs on the river. And Brian, we're down to 6. Really played a strong game.
I mean, got it in good there. You know, Gatien has shown a willingness to gamble. He can't be too patient. Oh, wow. Well, it's not, I mean, it's not getting through ace jack off. Yeah.
Good luck, gentlemen. Ponokov's had Fedor all in at risk. So far, so good on the 7-7-5. Oh, Ponokov's with the stand-up EV. Reaching for the
No
backpack.
jacket, no backpack.
Wow. New to the live scene, I guess.
And dead on the turn. As we lose Alexis Ponokov's in 6th. We're down to 5. Dropping like flies here, Brian.
No. I salute the punchline.
You and me again, buddy.
What?
You and me again.
You call?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I have 2 different feelings. I want to play a hand with you, but you know, I have to go in.
You have to?
Yeah.
This is,
Yeah.
I will fold.
I love this dynamic, by the way. We're playing for 5.5 million, and Sam Grafton has somehow become best friends with the overwhelming chip leader, who notes just a few hands ago the newcomer to the high roller scene.
Oh,
Oh boy.
I want Macallan.
well.
Yeah.
I don't think he's... everything we've seen so far, he's called much worse hands than this one.
I don't know. How much is it?
3.6.
It's an 18 big blind jam.
It's interesting,
I
actually.
cannot fool, but I don't know.
Kind of
No.
snap called much worse hands than this before, and
Way
now
too much.
he's right, though.
But how can I? Yeah. No.
Goes in a time bank. He's pained by this decision, Brian.
Cool. All right.
Does make the call after some deliberation. $400,000 ladder between 5th and 4th.
Yeah, given his previous basically snap calls with like ace jack off and even ace deuce off versus 6s, albeit for less, a bit surprising that he went in a time bank for this, but his instincts were right.
Called for a 9, and there it is. On the turn, 9 of hearts.
Yes, it's not.
No, it's not over.
Kenny drawing to 6 outs now after getting it in great shape.
No,
And just like that, Brian, we lose
Next time.
Ebony Kenny in 5th, and a massive round of applause from the rail. Quick look at the chip counts. Looked like Carl was going to run away with it. At one point, still has a huge lead here, obviously, with 78 big blinds, over half the chips in play. After the Carl Open, and wow.
wow, and 2 good hands here in the blinds. One clearly better than the other.
Well, we could see Carl get out of the way, and okay, right, I was going to say if Fedor elects to jam the King 10, which seems fine given.
All in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah, good.
Some
How much is it, approx?
French swear words being thrown out.
One,
At
two,
this-
5.75, I think.
I believe Carl has run out of time bank chips now.
I call.
He makes the call with the ace-8 off. Brian, if Squiddy can hold here, it's going to move up to over 11 million in chips. Carl's going to be down to 14.
To fold and just wanted to play post.
No.
Oh.
8-6-4. Carl drilling the 3 outer on the flop.
2 hearts.
Queen of Hearts is live.
Oh, Queen of Clubs on the turn. What a roller coaster of a final
You're
table.
learning about tournament poker.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
One card
No,
to
no.
come. Squiddy gets the hold
Good man.
Was this?
and has now really separated himself from Fedor and Linus with 5.5 million.
1.5. 1,000,005.
Oh, wow. Fedor with an interesting decision here. I mean, Carl hasn't really been 3-betting a lot. Carl hasn't been that aggressive in that way pre-flop.
No,
like a lot of
exactly.
calling behind, you know?
Yeah.
Like he calls behind a lot and with weak hands.
Yeah, it does say run it.
But he just feels like ace-jack suited is too strong.
How
And in a
much
certain...
I think 3.4.
Yeah, Fedor in
3.4?
great shape here.
I have to check.
Wait, what's he checking? Checking the app, right? This is the Triton Poker Plus app.
3.4. Okay, I call.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah,
he
cool.
just use the app instead of asking the dealer to give an official count. But he makes the call with the ace-10 of diamonds. He is behind. And we got a game on our hands. Well,
Jack in the window, but the gutter actually is one more out than the 10.
7.7 million in the middle. And well, what do you know? 7 of diamonds.
Wow.
Good game.
3 of diamonds on the river. And we lose Fedor Holz in 4th, Brian. As Randy already alluded to, has over half the chips in play. You can see there are currently 115 bigs, as blinds have gone up to 150,000, 300,000. So the big blind is now worth a starting stack.
Every spot is going to be wider ranges, given that they are in these. Always going to be 2 blinds and a button remaining with these 3 people, and Grafton has limp called ace-jack, and he's going to take a slow of ace-jack.
Does flop best on the king-jack tray. Couple of diamonds, 1 spade on board.
1.6.
Carl drawing pretty thin here as he comes out firing. I mean, Linus on the sidelines, absolutely loving this.
Yeah.
Already 4.1 million in the middle.
Of course, ace-deuce, no connection here, but if you're going to raise pre-flop against a limp, you got to bet these king-high type boards. Should be proceeding cautiously.
And, well, I mean, if there's ever a card to continue firing on the 4 of clubs, Carl picking up some equity in the form of a will draw.
He's pretty much conceded the pot.
Check.
He's going to give up.
Does knuckle back. Scary Queen of Diamonds finds its way to the river.
Ace-10 of diamonds are royal, right?
It's an odd thing to say mid-hand.
No, I think that is very deliberate from Sam Grafton. He's
Trying to show that you should be a little bit worried that there are things I got there. Try and deter him. Wow. That is a ballsy bet here. After that comment, Grafton trying to get him, dissuade him from betting, actually gets him to just go for that.
ace-10 and flushes. Well, ace-10 plus, in my opinion.
I don't think he needs to be worried about being up against a queen because of how big the bet is, how scary the board is. Lays it down.
That's somebody.
Man, the businessman is just taking it down right now. Wow, this is...
No.
Look at these hands. It's king,
How
queen
much is that
suited,
now?
pocket tens, and ace king.
Same as you according to the app. 8 million.
You've got to be kidding me, Randy.
I wonder how Grafton's going to play this. Is he going to 3-bet? Is he going to just ship it in? Keep it simple? Try to lock out his opponents?
2.2.
2.2 million. And the chip leader wakes up with ace king. And we know he's going to get it in. If he's getting in with worse hands, certainly ace king.
Well, you know, the insane thing is if he jams, does Grafton call it off?
All in.
Does Squiddy find the call with the tens? But Linus going to be able to get out of there.
Yeah, Linus thought he was going to be playing one of these premiums with king, queen suited.
How much? is
Tens,
that?
though.
A lot.
I feel like...
I think, I don't know.
Count his, please.
Wow. So Sam asking for a count.
I'm probably going to have to call it, Carl.
It's too much of a hand.
Did already. Yeah, he does make the call, Randy. I mean, do you want to try and calculate the dollar EV value of this flip in Linus's hand? Say flop for Sam Grafton. Jack 4 deuce. Couple of backdoor opportunities for Carl, but the immediate out's going to be what he's looking for. That does produce one of the backdoors, or a 5 to eliminate Sam. No dice. 6 of diamonds on the river.
Can you take
And Randy, we have a new chip leader. Sam Grafton with a huge double. This
A little
could
bit
go.
loosey-goosey, possibly, given what just happened in the last two hands. And he's going for it.
About to say, this could go bang, bang, 1-2 KO. If Carl just comes with rip. Fortunately, he's come with 3-bet, and
what?
What did you start with?
The wheels are coming off.
they are indeed.
Poor Carl.
10 million. 9, 10 million.
3.25.
Going to just click it back. Knowing
Are you drinking or what?
maybe
No?
Carl might be steaming, trying to get him to put a little bit more chips in.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Appreciate the sportsmanship being showed by Sam there.
He's going up Jack 3 off, so it seems like he's probably going to ship this in. It's got fold equity.
Oh, wow.
Ace
Runs
king,
into the ace
snap.
king of Squiddy.
It's not over yet. It's not over yet. A lot of stuff. Bro, you're in fucking great shape. Why you? So it looked like it was.
You drinking or what?
Oh, you got 34%. An option. 1.3 million on the line. If Sam can hold with the ace king, biggest score of both of their careers. It's the 6 of spades. And we lose one of the fan favorites, Carl Gatien. Potential, I say potential, a new poker legend has been born here in this Coin Rivet Invitational.
Game, Carl.
Yeah.
Nice playing with you.
100% one of my favorites.
We are heads up, Randy, in this 200k Coin Rivet Invitational. It is Sam Grafton against Linus Love, 70 big blinds, playing 16. So Sam with a sizable 4.5 to 1 chip lead.
Regardless, button limp as expected with the stack depth. Suited, most suited hands you're going to be able to limp call here against the 3x, and Linus in a nice position, not as troublesome as in a ring game. So here, it is troublesome because he is up against the queen, but he doesn't necessarily think his hand is bad. And he's going for about a third of the pot. Now, Grafton's not worried about committing all the chips with his hand. It's just a question of what's the best way to get Linus's chips. In heads up, you need to tolerate some risk. Grafton knows usually he is up against some kind of hand that's got equity. And he lets him
wow.
hit the 9 by checking back. And looks like he's going to go for the crying call style. Like,
Yeah, it comes with the quarter pot block and gets snap called by Sam, who's going to get shown the bad news. 2 outs going to the river.
back to 20 blinds. And Grafton going to keep up his strategy of limping. Hasn't introduced a raising. Open-ended. Top pair. This is an action flop, isn't it?
Behave. I just can't believe that 5 hands in, we've had a 2-outer, had the Linus double, and even this in a limped pot, the dealer has somehow pinged off the King 6 tray rainbow, giving Linus an open-ender and giving Sam top pair. Linus coming with the check raise.
1.6 million. I like the call. No flush draw out there. Don't need to protect as much. Then just check raising. It might blast off on the turn. Calls on the flop that can't really peel again. There's a lot of hands that Grafton could fold here on the turn. Of course, the King 7 isn't one of them. He's playing in his mind.
Don't blink if you're the best player in the world.
Pretty sure he blinked, yeah. He blinked. I check raised a man on King 6-3. I bet the turn and he still called me.
Yeah, not a great hand to triple with, right? Blocking some of Sam's.
I like the limp with 7s. I feel that you can get your opponent out of line with, you know, we saw him jam like King 5 in this kind of a similar scenario. They'll usually have 2 overcards to your hand. Flops a set against 10. This is time for Linus to chip up again. Unchecked it. It's tricky. It's actually kind of a annoying texture rolling off.
550.
But also get value out of those 9s and clubs. Or just call. Looks like he's going to keep it cautious.
No help on the river.
Seems hard to induce. Well, he is going to check. So I guess he is trying to pick off the 9x or jack of clubs, something like this type of hand that couldn't bet the flop. Possible.
6 million.
Okay,
He's just
it
going to
comes
go
with pot.
exactly the pot. Yeah. Ranges are wide. We need to keep that in mind. He is going to make the call and just get paid off the maximum, and he cannot get rid of Linus, and he just keeps chipping up every single time. 7.
Stack. Wow, and he moves all in with the
He's
King
going to
6.
get called off here for sure.
This is like the first limp trap that Squiddy's made.
You got to call off here, phase 7.
Well, cards are on their back.
The flop is 8-5-5.
Linus needs a diamond to, well, I
Chance.
mean, it's never easy. Many turns.
The river is a
9 of clubs on the river, and we have our 200k coin rivet invitational champion, Sam Grafton, taking home 5.5 million.